Sekhmet,
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 Sekhmet.
Ndodakazi yaseAsheru,
Ndodakazi yaseAsheru,
Nkosazana yomlingo wamandla,
Nkosazana yomlingo wamandla,
ngiphe amandla akho,
ngiphe amandla akho,
unginikeze nensithezelo,
unginikeze nesithezelo,
Qaphi wemingcele yamazwe amabili,
Qaphi wemingcele yamazwe amabili,
ngingomunye wabalandeli bakho,
ngingomunye wabalandeli bakho,
wena uphuza igazi lezitha zikababa wakho,
wena uphuza igazi lezitha zikababa wakho,
khipha izikhali ezisusa konke okonakele,
khipha izikhali ezisusa konke okonakele.
Amlaphikazi,
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 Amufundisiyani,
Amfundisiyani,
Amufundisiyani,
Amfundisiyani,
Amufundisiyani,
Amfundisiyani,
Sekhmet,
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 Sekhmet.
Bayethe Ndlovukazi Sekhmet Bas,
Bayethe Ndlovukazi Sekhmet Bas,
wena uyilihlo likamvelinqangi uRa,
wena uyilihlo likamvelinqangi uRa,
Pakhet,
wena
ufaka amazipho uphinde ube ngubhasteti umvikeli,
wena ufaka amazipho uphinde ube ngubhasteti umvikeli,
Nkosazana yamasango,
Nkosazana yamasango,
wena uthwala umqhele onosiba lentshe,
wena ufaka umqhele onosiba lentshe,
wena ungaphezu kwawo wonke amadlozi,
wena ungaphezu kwawo wonke amadlozi,
uyinkosazana yomqhele omhlophe nobomvu,
uyinkosazana yomqhele omhlophe nobomvu,
wena uphakanyisiwe ngubaba wakho,
wena uphakanyisiwe ngubaba wakho,
uyinkosazana imbatha ilinene bomvu,
uyinkosazana imbatha ilinene bomvu,
wena uphatha umkhonto wemihlabelo,
wena uphatha umkhonto wemihlabelo,
uyinkosazana yemilingo,
uyinkosazana yemilingo,
ubusa emkhunjini wanaphakade,
ubusa emkhunjini wanaphakade,
ungcwele, uvela esihlalweni esifihlekile,
uvela esihlalweni esifihlekile,
esingenamsindo,
esingenamsindo,
ungubhasteti,
ungubhasteti,
isiviko sasebukhosini,
isiviko sasebukhosini,
Vikelikazi,
Vikelikazi,
wena ubulala izitha zikamvelinqangi,
wena ubulala izitha zikamvelinqangi,
Amlaphikazi,
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 Sekhmet,
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 Amufundisiyani,
Amfundisiyani,
Amufundisiyani,
Amfundisiyani,
Amufundisiyani,
Amfundisiyani,
Amufundisiyani,
Amfundisiyani.
Sekhmet Bas,
Sekhmet Bas,
wena nkazimulo yelangani,
wena nkazimulo yelangani,
wena odla izinsalela zobubi,
wena odla izinsalela zobubi,
Sekhmet Bas,
Sekhmet Bas,
Vikelikazi welangabi lomphefumulo,
Vikelikazi welangabi lomphefumulo,
wena uhlala esigabeni sentshona nezulu,
wena uhlala esigabeni sentshona nezulu,
Sekhmet Bas,
Sekhmet Bas,
Nkosazana yendwangu ebomvu,
Nkosazana yendwangu ebomvu,
wena uhlenga igumbi lenguquko,
wena uhlenga igumbi lenguquko,
Sekhmet Bas,
Sekhmet Bas,
Nkosazana yeso elingcwele,
Nkosazana yeso elingcwele,
imisebe kababa wakhe uRa,
imisebe kababa wakhe uRa,
ifinyelela ezindaweni ezifihlekile,
ifinyelela ezindaweni ezifihlekile,
Sekhmet Bas,
Sekhmet Bas,
wena uhola umkhumbi wegolide,
wena uhola umkhumbi wegolide,
wena uqapha inqaba yabalandeli bakaHeri,
wena uqapha inqaba yabalandeli bakaHeri,
Amufundisiyani,
Amfundisiyani,
Amufundisiyani,
Amfundisiyani,
Amufundisiyani,
Amfundisiyani,
Amlaphikazi,
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 Sekhmet,
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 Amthethokazi,
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 Ama-at,
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 Amlomokazi,
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 Ajehud,
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 Ashu,
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 Atefnut,
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 Anut,
Anut,
Anut, Anut. Agep. Agep. Aasa. Aset. Anemtet. Anpu. Sekhmet. Amshar. Alifat. Hitir. Ahiru.
Let's be seated.
That makes us vibrate higher from Uneo. So over to you, the silo, and then Neo again after the silo. Sithokoze sebethuna nesicamangushe ezinhlonhlo. Sithi kusekhaya apha makube possible. Makuyathi inyama kukhanya.
Money, I am here to give you a little bit. I always say this. I'm here to give you a little taste of what Purification is talking about. Today's topic is Sekhmet, the protector of the throne. Sekhmet is the power behind the throne. She protects the king and the royal family. She is the power behind the warriors as they march to the battle. Power to Sekhmet. Sekhmet.
Sekhmet.
Sekhmet.
Sekhmet.
Sekhmet.
Sekhmet.
Zeni. I come back. And today I'll be leading the announcements. So we gather here every Sunday at 897 PLS Street, Orlando East, at 11:30 to do Umpasho at 12 o'clock. But we don't only gather here for that, we also gather here to listen to the lectures to Mkhulu and to unlearn. So we're in the second Sunday of the season of Sekhmet. Sekhmet.
Sekhmet.
Sekhmet.
Sekhmet.
So the season started on the 23rd of May and is ending on the 23rd of June. So the things that align us with the season of Sekhmet, Inyanga is May, Ije is Flint, Umbala is Orange, Intimbi is Tea, Impepo is Balsam, Amaka is Civet, Isihlahla is Juniper, Izilwane is Cat and a hedgehog. On our social media platforms, you can find and follow us on Twitter at GEK_movement or GEK_Mkhulu. Then on Instagram at GEK_movement. On Facebook is GEK movement or Mkhulu Basekemu. Then on YouTube is GEK or Great Empire of Kemet Mkhulu. Please do like, share, comment, subscribe, and please don't skip ads. This helps with the algorithm. Then our private Facebook group, you can go to Facebook and search Mkhulu Basekemu. We are now available on Apple and Spotify podcast at Great Empire of Kemet Mkhulu. So this is when you don't want to watch the live videos on YouTube, just go listen to the audio on Spotify or Apple Podcast. So at our market today we have the Booksman. They search, find, deliver any kind of books you need or want. So the Booksman is here to spread the reading awareness in the Black community to make sure books are easy to find nowadays. So this is one of the books they sell called Decolonizing the African Minds. Then this one is the Destruction of Black Civilization. Get yourself one by going to the Booksman. And then we also have the Mathori herbal products. This is the Mathori Rab, 250 milliliters for 150 rands, 125 milliliters for 100 rands, and 30 milliliters for 30 rands. Then we have the Cancer Push, 50 grams for 100 rands, 25 grams for 50 rands. Then Mathori pills, also known as the Cancer Push. This is the other version of the Cancer Push. If you don't want to use the powder, just get the pills and drink the water. This is the other version of the Cancer Push. We also have the truth seekers with the different types of ankhs, rings, necklaces, and earrings. Get yourself an ankh to align with your season by going to the truth seekers. Then on Wednesdays, we give platform to Black-owned businesses for entrepreneurs to market their businesses. For that, you send info at gekmovement.org. Every Wednesday at 7 p.m., we engage topics on the African Royal Calendar on Twitter Spaces. You don't need an account to access or join this engagement. And then this is the African Royal Calendar, the book Mkhulu reads from when he does Umphato. Please do get yourself a copy for only 150 rands. While on the African Royal Calendar, this is not just an ordinary African calendar, the one you keep behind your kitchen door. So the dates don't go from the 1st to the 31st, but the 23rd to the 23rd. They go by seasons, not months. And fortunately, we don't have an English version of the African Royal Calendar. We are asking for translators. If you are willing to translate the African Royal Calendar, please do volunteer to translate this African Royal Calendar. And then we are having a trip from the 20th to the 21st of June. This is a trip to Phoenix in eThekwini. So this is the African Christmas, the Sokam. So this is where the Golden Meridian begins. For that, you can contact 066 401 0060 or 065 976 4388. If what can I say? For more information, you can go to Twitter at GEK_movement. There are all the details about the trip to Phoenix. So this is the bag here, Sekhmet. Please do get yourself one in this bag here, guys. Get yourself one to align with your season. If Otetuga Sekhmet or any other season, get yourself your bag to align with your season. Nakalina Kena Newe representing the kingdom of Oset. 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 I'm ready. So handing it over to Undo Mgazi Wendy to tell you more about today's session.
Let's give a round of applause to the Silo Noneo. We are very grateful that you were born, Zesilo and Neo. And actually, they're not even here. They just ran away. But if they watch this, we love you so much. And thank you for always uplifting our spirit. Because we are always driven by a question, why are we here? And what is the reason for our existence? We come from different places, but the focus is always in your heart. What makes your heart beat faster? And what carries your breath throughout the day? So siza apha ke bethuna nesibhodlweni 897 Piela Street to align ourselves with the reason why we were born. We come here sizovuselela because we truly understand that singumntu omnyama, we need unity. We need to find a reason for us being alive. And that your purpose was started by Mkhulu Nsingiza, by Mama Madikizela Mandela, by Naye Uzinzi Mandela. Because they were saying that back home we look so similar in the outward, but whatever we are seeking for, it is always different. And through their research, they realized that there are certain things that divide us. And some of those things, it is the religion, it is the politics of this country. And other things that really divide us, it is the languages, the tribes. We always find it so easy not to love ourselves just because so they went deeper than that. They realized that we need one spirit. We need one God. We need one energy. We need one soul that unites us. That was the birth of the African calendar. The African calendar is your purpose, Mitunana. You live your daily life with an outer purpose, but when you come as God, when you are coming to align yourself with your inner purpose, with why you said, why did Dimi Moya make it so possible for you to come and walk this life? It is a privilege. It is an honor. It is truly love that you made it to planet Earth. And on that note, let's give ourselves a round of applause. Now the topic here, as the Silo was saying today, it is Sekhmet, protector of the throne. Now Mkhulu Nsingiza, that's his gift. Because Mkhulu Nsingiza, his gift, it was awaken. It was awaken ourselves so that we vibrate at the sequences that we were born to. Now, what does that mean? African calendar, it's all those 12 seasons that we go through. The laws of all that is happening. Everything has a law in it. When you want to have a baby, where does that start? It starts from the thought, isn't it? Or sometimes others, they come as a surprise. But for that child to be born, there are certain frequencies that make the baby possible. As it grows, I think that's what what is this principle? That is the gestation. Everything that goes through, it doesn't just happen like that. There are no such miracles. Everything goes through its laws. As you were going through that gestation yourself, certain laws, amadlozi wako, amatongo, they nodded, but please go to Earth, go to this planet Earth, not just for yourself, but uzokhuphula nemimoya yabo. You are not just here for yourself, you are all that your ancestors are. You are all that amatongo. You are all these nyanya zako. So you represent a million and billions of them. Because as we know that planet Earth, it is trillion and trillion years age of old. So that means that you've been through a lot, through all these incarnations, if you can call it like that. So your story didn't start the day where you're born, and it will never end the day you multiply to the other side. So when we come as God is to understand that inner purpose. Why am I here? So that you get that aligned with your outer purpose. What do I mean by that? When you align your out, let's just make an example that you're a musician. If you're a musician, that is your outer. That's what we see when we look at you. That's what your performance is all about. But when you align it to your inner purpose, you have to understand which season was I born? And what is the purpose of that season? All seasons, they come with a different purpose. let's bring it home to the season that we are currently celebrating right now. That we Sekhmet. Sekhmet is about purification and purgation. The reason you are a Sekhmet, you are a musician, but you have to align that with the fact that your inner purpose, amadlozi akho akuthumele on planet Earth to come and purify us. So you can purify us and purgate or purge, as Mkhulu Nsingiza always say, with that music. As you sing, you make sure that your music purifies our soul. That we call it alignment. Now let's bring other things. You are an architect and you are born under this star sign, which is here, the Westerners call it. You are here to purify, meaning the architectural designs that you draw, they must make sure that they are aligned with the season of Sekhmet. You must design houses or homes for us that we can purify just by being there. I think this is very clear. So when you come, let's go and make sure that you understand with Mkhulu, Ndlovukazi, and all of us that are here. I am born between this date and this date. What is my inner purpose? And you go and research and find who you are. And then you won't have now that void that drives us with that question, why am I here? Mkhulu Nsingiza, Mama Winnie, they made it so easy for us. All we need to do is to do more research and connect better and build a brighter future for our children and for ourselves, because we're still very young. We're still going to live here. So that is the reason why we are here. Now, let me just touch base while Mkhulu Nsingiza is on his way. On the 21st of June, which we are going, that's where Sizolinda, like on the 20th of June. It is the winter solstice. What does winter solstice mean? It is the longest night of the year. So it's the longest day, it's the longest night of the year. Why do we do this? That is always must understand our inner purpose. When we go there, what they used to do, they used to make sure that they do celebrations, they do ceremonies, they do, what's the other word I can use? They used to do imigidi, rituals, yes, thank you, Khadi. They used to do rituals, zokukhuphula imimoya ababapilayo and bakhuphule nabangasekhoyo. So when we go there, see where it is our first root chakra. When you look at the golden meridian, that is that southern point of where our continent starts. So when we go there, siyogida, siyovuselela imimoya. But by doing that, there's so many things that we do. Because remember, when you or Coco do this, they really understood that the sun has departed to the northern hemisphere. I know that you can see the sun right now. But what it means, amandla wayo are not as strong as when the sun is focusing on the southern hemisphere. Now the focus and all the energy is on the northern hemisphere. So Coco, now this was the day that they would express hope, as Mkhulu said, it was the day of liberation. Where you are, you really, even if you're not going at Durban, this is the time in your family, like when you and truly realign the purpose of the family. Because it all starts there. It all starts with, why are we the family? What defines us as a family? Because by not doing the introspection, because that is the time for that, it is to introspect and to remember abakhoyo nabangekhoyo. So siyokhuphula ke lokho masiye eDurban. It's the winter. It is the birth of the sun. S-U-N, not S-O-N, as it was stolen. It is the birth of the sun, which is S-U-N. Ilanga liyaphinda lakho. So there's going to be so much that is going to happen. And I know the highlight is always the meditation, which we don't just take 10 minutes. We go all out to sikhuphule imimoya. So make sure you come and make sure that you come to learn and unlearn about anything that you want to do. So Betuna, let's remember, it is Sekhmet, protector of the throne. I think Maskide, Mkhulu, I think is so busy. Let's give it to Mkido, just one song, Thokozani, and then we'll see how far is Mkhulu. Thokozani betunani. It is such a great honor. It is such an excitement to be introducing you now to Mkhulu Nsingiza, the CEO of the Zinzi Mandela Foundation. Mkhulu kuzasikhaqa ke ngoku. And truly align us. Why Mkhulu ungafuni ufuna ukuthi yasisontulula. Sisontuyiwe. Uyasisontulula. That is the gift that he has between us to the waters that truly always carrying our voices, and to the birds that forever flying high and high into the mountains that are forever resemble the soul of our river. Sithi kasithi Mkhulu Nsingiza nguwe lona, sithi makube khosi kubele, udedile kumnyama, uvele kukhanya. La Mkhulu
Ayese mfuna ukuzwa kahle. Ayese mfuna ukuzwa kahle. Hand of God. Hand of God. Hand of God. Sekhmet Bas. Sekhmet Bas. Amla Pigat. Amla Pigat. Am Fodisia. Anum Tutur. Anum Tutur. Anum Zam. Anum Zam. Zinzis. Alole. Avusa mazulu. Imhotep. Hey, siyabonga makhaya. Sibonga ugesi. Sifike vele la kumakhaza. Kepha manje sekunemfuda kumanga. Yiyo le frequency yesiguli. And lento siyenza sumdlalo. Ngithanda. Iyazwakala njengoba thina silokhu siyazenzela nje. Simuva yilo moya. Injalo. Sesixhumene nezulu. Kuba njalo ngithi makhaya. Manje meditation yethu. The original one. Before ngena ke le kule silent one. La uzimamela khona ngaphandle. Ngaphakathi ngoba le uyakhuluma. Lamahubo esiwahuba. Njengale hubo uyanyakaza umkhono. Ihubo lempi lelo. Yilo ke kufuneka kakhulu manje. Kumele kuvukuselelwe amabutho. Njengalo mkhosi esiya kuwo wase Phoenix. Umkhosi lo oyokhulula umvelincane from hibernation. Remember ukuthi icilele uset lamvalela ibhokisini ngoMarch. It means ukuthi the sun is in hibernation, therefore there's no life or there's no nurturing energy on the southern hemisphere. Manje, that day, the 21st, it is the liberation day of Umoya, Ospilisa, the energy, the spirit, that gives us all animation. Ngaphandle kwelanga kunampilo mele sitrileke leyo. Ukuthi umuntu owasidala yile langa and nothing else. The science, everything confirms that. Manje ke namhlanje sizokhuluma ngengxenye, a part of the sun. Bayibiza ukuthi ngesilungu thermodynamics. Mrs. Kumsha kakhulu. Sifuna ukuthema so that ungasizwa. Kanti sikhuluma ngamandla heat. Heat uSekhmet lo. Ilamandla heat yela. The intensity of the heat. The power of the heat. This is what gives us animation. Everything here on earth. So uSekhmet umvelincane. Umvelincane. Ngoba mesikhuluma about the electromagnetic, the combination of the magnetic field as well as the electrical field. Lethina esiyazi ngokuthi ile field le ekhanyisa yonke into. Yingakho okhokho bethu were wise enough ukuthi because okhokho bethu were relentless in trying to create harmony between izulu nomhlaba. Because isambulelo sehla kanjalo. Isambulelo ngeke sehle when you are consumed with the issues and matters of physicality. Kumele uphume enyameni so that you are then able to receive umoya ukutshela ukuthi cha, hamba ubeka isakhiwo, go and build the pyramid at that exact point, so that you are able to harness free electricity from the sphere above. It's there. If unatina to harness it, okhokho bethu did it. That is why, remember Guti, we are the first citizens in the world. Therefore, Africans are the world citizens. We own umhlaba wonke. The day we make them pay taxes. Yes, yes, a little longer. Hey, so therefore, that's why uthola ma pyramids all over the world. All over the world. And nobody else can claim that technology except you, African person. Because you build them all over the world, America, Uruguay, everywhere. There are so many pyramids in the world. But why were they strategically positioned on these ley lines? Why? And along the Golden Meridian, babeke izakhiwo, their construction, ama sites, which signifies ama energy points for us to go and bayibiza ama ions, bayibiza le science, ibiza ukuthi these healing molecules ezikhona lapho. Mawulapha automatically you get healed, you are balanceka. Naturally. Why? Because there is a balance between the male and female energy. Therefore, Sekhmet is able to rise easily because there's no resistance there. That is the same effect efika ku equinox. When we are approaching equinox, like the spring and the autumn equinox, there's balance, there's harmony. Do you understand that there's no resistance there? Resistance is after that. It's either the days become longer or the nights become longer. It's either you are in winter or spring. So this is how besibusa ngalo moya thina. That's why we don't understand ukuthi ubukhosi obungenaso isisekelo salomoya bubusa kanjani. Because we are not just ruling physical beings. We are ruling imimoya bahamba nayo. So if you are ignorant of this structure, you know how the universe is governed, how the universe is structured in terms of its spirituality or the energy that animates Yonkindo, because that is where you need to be a master on. Amakhosi akudala bebekhuluma omunye seKongo, omunye la eNatal. Baphendulane kube nama products abavumelana ngawo. Shipment happens without your phone. Because you then are a master of the body. The etheric body connects Yonkindo. When you are able to tap into that, you can speak to someone in Japan. There are no boundaries. Because when you are everywhere, there's no limitation to your spiritual body. The caress. Hey, there by here's the phone about Christmas. Caress. Spiritual body. So there are no limitations there. Manje sikhuluma ke ngendlovukazi. Sekhmet. Sekhmet uyaphilisa. She's the healer. Automatically, when the universe is being purified spiritually, nati, physically, emotionally, we are being purified. But why? Because sometimes we are not aware ukuthi sikweyiphi sizi. Yini into okungamelanga sidle. So that we are able to assist the energy that is active currently, purifying the universe. Preparela bani umvelincane ukuthi meke vela ezalwa kabusha angazalelwa in death. So uSekhmet uyaphilisa, but as well une vicious side. Ungamnyatheli kukhona. Ungayithesti ipower kaSekhmet. Yingakho bokuthiwa amakhosi wonke la isigodli kumele kube nomsamo kaSekhmet. Do you understand? Ukuthi mase kukubi ungena kulo wamsamo uyo invoke umoya kaSekhmet, automatically umoya kaSekhmet is there lapha esigodlweni ngoba nawufaka. Yingakho kuthiwa uSekhmet is the protector of the throne, because remember ukuthi la on our spinal cord there are these three parts. The central one is lega asa, lenye indlovukazi Oset, lenye indlovukazi umvikelikazi uNeptune. uSekhmet is right there protecting this energy, because if this energy were to be affected, yingakho kuthiwa une spinal cord damage, because there was a disturbance and a violation in the free flow of that energy, because that is the energy that gives you animation. It comes through down those pipes. So it's very important, uSekhmet ke ebukhosini ayikho inkosi ibengenaso umsamo kaSekhmet, ngoba uSekhmet is the protector of the throne. Yingakho kuthiwa lento yobukhosi ungayijahi ngoba ingozi, futhi ungayifosti izokuhlanyisa. Hey, if you sit on that throne and you don't belong to that throne, something is definitely going to happen to you. Asiyinto kumele ujahe lento ulokhu uyilandelela. If ingekho kuwe yeke, if you want to be sane. Ungezi nobufomkhom la ufaka ipolitiki esigodlweni just for you to be able to ascend. Uzoyithola lento efunayo. Hey, because the throne right from the beginning, yingakho kuthiwa kumele lembewu uzalwa nayo, and wena okumele uhlale kade wakhethwa. Thina sibuka nje izenzo zengane zala egcekeni ukuthi umoya uhleli phezu kweyiphi ingane. Uma sihamba ngokweqiniso singafaki ipolitiki, it doesn't matter ukuthi leyo ngane iphuma endlini yesithathu noma yesine, kepha umoya mawuhleli phezu kwaleyo ngane yiyo. You understand? So into ekova ke ubukhosi abusenaso isisekelo somoya. All the kingdom, or most of the kingdoms, are no longer regarding, Lomoya as the protector of the throne. Instead, nje bawukhuluma kabi Lomoya. Angithi most of them, 90% of amakhosi ase-South Africa are Christians. 90%. So what's going to happen to us? If you would together abantu who are supposed to lead us, where are they leading us to? To Jesus. Hey, ulenduza. Indlovukazi lapha ugogo ubani? Mamdende. Nomdende. Ubani amapho Mamdende indlovukazi. Ibuza iquestion eyi-1. Ukuthi if ikumkani iyindodana yasewesini, ubani indoda? Hey, it means ukuthi inkosi iyokhothamela isubject yayo, because the subject is the master of the form of religion that was brought wamukela manje, it means we are insulting your ancestors. Ukuthi they don't have the power and the wisdom to guide you. You need a non-existing being. It's fake, it's an illusion. For you to believe in that illusion. And then you put all your nation is messed up. The minute you do that, abelungu bazi kahle ukuthi once sashaya ikhanda umzimba uyalandela. Manje molokhu ubiza uJesu ngekho wena uyinkosi. Usangene nje la ikhanda. Sosho kanjalo ngoba manje usikhombisa inhlonipho wena. Ungahamba uyo adopt a foreign gods. And we are still insulting us. Now we must bow down to an illusion. You can't even prove it graveyard umuntu. Funa Jerusalem. Practice police wena. Uyakabelungu badlala emhlaba wakho. Ukhalele indawo zamaJuda ufunande. Wena indawo yakho because uzo reclaim but okwamanje. You are in a mess. Uhlele emhlabeni that doesn't belong to you constitutionally. And there you have ambitions of so uSekhmet ngeke akuvume lokho maphela. Sekhmet, it doesn't matter ukuthi ubani. If you are out of balance, there's no ma'at in your life automatically. Sekhmet is going to deal with you. And inkinga ukuthi thina ingane zakho esingenzanga qala sesifela nje ukuthi sizalwe under indlu yakho. Uyathola leyo nto leyo. Kuthiwa hayi nisizukulwane sakhe naye. Ngiyofela izono zakhe. Umuntu osifaka eJerusalem thina sifuna ukuyelentuza at the cave lapha eBluff. Futhi mele siwa rename le ndawo lezi. Abantu ba ignora lapha eThekwini. eThekwini is the most spiritual place because it represents the South. It represents the power of the South. Who controls the South? Kulama four cardinal. Who says power, another power. So it means ukuthi bengisakhuluma nenkosana leThekwini besikhuluma nje last week. Ngithi kuye thina ubukhosi okumele sibuvuse kumele bakhe iheadquarters lapha eBluff. Kumele ubukhosi obuvukayo buyoyakha lapha eBluff. Bukhabule yonke le energy that is supposed to help them. It's true. Because they are out of alignment. By embarrassment, yet I'm afraid to say so. Our kings are an embarrassment to us. Why? Because okokuqala thina asinamandla angaphezu kwabo. This is their struggle to liberate our land. It's their struggle. And banawo wonke amandla. Amakhosi, if they can just unite, they have all the power. Remember, ukuthi Sekhmet, isekelo neprotector yobukhosi. Nothing will happen to them if they can just rise up. Manje silokho sikhonkotele emakhoneni. Ondaba ezitha bahleli kamnandi. Bashaya inqaba, basayishaya. Hey, manje ulentuza makhehle uSekhmet is that protector. Kuthiwa uSekhmet as well. uSekhmet uye o protector mama when they give birth. She's that protector to make sure ukuthi ingane izaleka kahle. angithi she's the heat lapha esibelethweni. Hey, without that heat, hayi ingane ngeke survive. So heat is important as much as the electricity is important to us. So that heat ngaphakathi enganeni inikeza, it nurtures. Yingakho kuthiwa the energy of the sun, you know, is the energy that nurtures everything on earth. So if the sun were to disappear, everything just dies. Khona manje sine electricity, yini electricity? I-electricity phethwa ngani? Ha? Lapha kumalenduza bo Eskom, they burn carbon to produce what? Electricity. Electricity yini? Nasi hydrogen. Huh? Hydrogen market. Ngingabe confused. Yingakho even amalenduza imimoya yethu, our principles are energized by the sun. Why? Because when the sun is stationed at a particular star sign or star formation, it illuminates those stars so that those stars release certain energies, so that those energies become prevalent at that particular time until it goes and illuminates other, star formation in the next season. So everything is hydrogen, Maketa. Kukhulunywa ngelentuza thermodynamics. The transformation yama elements. Don't be confused, mesithi kuno heru, kuno offset. Into yodwa le. Transformation of these elements into different forms. And the nakhona is measured based on its vibrational frequency. The higher it is, the more vibrational frequency, is there. But the lower, if vibrational frequency is low, yingakho sibonakala thina. That's why we are visible, because we vibrate at the lowest frequency. Bese you indulge ey'nhlebweni, mkhopolo yonke. We are adding more. You are adding more weight on your natural vibrational frequency. Once you then add all these negative things, bese kuthi unebhadi. That is izenzo zakho. Inhliziyo yakho ayivulekanga. You don't wish anything good for other people. Uhlola ubowulela wena. Yingakho kuthiwa umthakathi. Umthakathi umuntu othaka nje imithi. Umuntu uyathakatha nenhliziyo. If ulokhu ugaya ibozi la ngaphakathi, you're making your heart heavier. Because when the final day, uanpusekephethe lapha, athi wasn't. Siya lapha in the hall of judgment. Isikali sikama art. Remember ukuthi uzalwe wena. Uma athi ubeka umthetho, uma athi umveli nqa, uJehuthi umveli nqa. Uma athi ubeka umthetho ukuthi this is your own cycle. Utshela bani? Ugebhe umhlaba. Atshele indlovukazi nomkhubulwana ukuthi wena ke uzozungeza around lo mhlaba. Mina ngizoba lapha as the provider. Yingakho ilanga doesn't shine on earth directly. It is reflected by the moon. Otherwise we will all burn. So that's the power of Sekhmet, Makesh. Sekhmet is a ram velimnangi in action. Yingakho kuthiwa her breath caused bayibizani le ndawo ezidrive I'm a desert. Hey, she's the queen of the desert. Because make a perfumula. La perfumula kona kwa desert. Hey, it's a metaphor for the power of heat. Remember, Guti, she represents that ultimate degree, the highest degree of heat. Yingako, you need the moon to then work as a filter. Otherwise, konke kuyamoshakala. So manje ke Makhehla njengoba siyale. Yingakho kuthiwa there's got to be combinations cele ukhehla la osincedisa ngama poster. Well sizamile ukwenza ama poster abanye abantu didn't appreciate our effort. But no senza ama poster anyabile, they are dull. Can you believe? Abantu bantshele directly. But we need a youthful posters. Oh! Sonke lesikhathi asilali. Silokho senza ama poster. At the end sitshela anyabile. Well, angithi manje mele you must know your limits, mom. Ungafuni ukuba yiyo yonke into. We can't be that. Bakhona abantu abaphiwe who will then produce a much better product. Noma naye angihethile ukhehla because uthumela message. He sent a message to say Mkhulu, I would like to offer my services. Just to brighten up and make your posters useful. How, doctor? It's a good right, okay. I know he's watching. But omunye wamasoja. These are people that we need, like me. You know, wonke umuntu italent lakho assist us to build this house again. You know, ungayikhohli. You know, we truly appreciate. So, bengisakhuluma ke ngalapha elentuzeni. Lapha ePhoenix la siyakhona. Sithole iholo ngingachaza last week ukuthi siyasaba nenkinga ukuthi sisendaweni yamandiya la. So mele sithobele umthetho wakhe. Maybe ethi ngo10 kahle asowabo owalabelungu. Ama bylaws athi thina asikwazi ukushaya igubhu after 10. And ngo12 siyavala. So fortunately ke indlovukazi lapha no Matiwani baye bathola enye indawo. It's called Linda, I'm sure niyayazi abantu baThekwini. Ibizwa ngokuthi iGandhi. Gandhi Luthuli Peace Park. Gandhi Luthuli Peace Park. Yeah, yona ke sizokhululeka. Because it's in an industrial area. Noma singashaya igubhu lapha, you know, I don't think there will be a problem because angeke kube nabantu. Unless abantu, you know, some of them baba spiteful. But thina soamukela konke lokho esiphakelwa khona. Sikudle futhi. Mesinikezwe iplate eninjanja. Hayi. Kuyoba njalo.
Sifonikala.
Njalo Makhehla. So isemqoka ke lento le, that event or the festival of soccer isemqoka for thina esiya lapha. Why? Because there we are not only going to assist the sun on its journey, you know, coming back to the southern hemisphere. You know, we are going to energize and give power, you know, to the sun, to never make a U-turn and say, no, I'm here south, I'm staying the north. We're making sure, Gucci, that doesn't happen because it will be a disaster. Imagine Gube Sibena 2 seasons of winter in 1 year. Why? Because ilanga li decide ukuthi no ngiyapaka mina. Ngikhathele north. Ngizonibona next year. So okhokho bethu, that is why okhokho bethu were relentless in making sure ukuthi nothing ever disturbs that journey of the sun. You know, and nothing should stop the journey of the sun, and nothing should obscure the energy of the sun. Tina, we don't celebrate ama eclipse. We don't. Kahle kahle ngesikhathi sama eclipse, okhokho bethu wouldn't even leave the house because they knew ukuthi those days are very negative days. Why? Because the source of energy has been obscured. So that is very important, Market. Especially for Tina. Tina siyophahlela amakhosi ethu. Siyowakhulula emoyeni. Siyophahlela bona lapha. Ngoba asikwazi ukukhulula inkosi yabo umveli nqa. Siyeke bona. Futhi ngathi singathola amakhosi nje that are liberated la emakhaya. Who can come and join us? I know for sure ukuthi yaseMangwaneni is willing to actually ibe nathi kulo mgidi. Kanti futhi kwashiwo ukuthi siyokhululwa amangwane. So leyo kwashiwo ngoba ukhosi lobo okwamanje, that's the only kingdom so far esiyibona ukuthi in a potential to assist with the total liberation of black people. Asabantu nimbonile nanu ndaba ezithi ubela siyamazi and into ayifisayo leyo. Ayikho into esemqoka kundaba ezitha besides ukukhululeka komuntu omnyama ezweni lakhe. Ungalokho usicompromisela la ulokhu uzodlula ngamajawa udlule ngama 4x4. Kepha you are still a slave. You are in a house, nigga. That gets all the packages and ignore the needs of the majority. Aswafuna makosa njalo. Tina, we are wealthy people. Once alungusa lonto to of course. Sonke we are wealthy. Mawufika lapha kwaQwabe. Umhlaba wabo lapha unemanganese. Ufika le Limpopo. Oh, lentuzo sikhukhuni lapha. Bane platinum all over the country. So that should be made to empower the local people and their kingdom. It mustn't belong to the state because it is abused. Wahamba manje unikeza ama-company ase-Australia. Australians and the Canadian investment firms, they own most of the mining concessions that's in South Africa. That's why uthola ukuthi amakhosi ethu asendlaleni. Hey man, they are in a worse situation. And the mofunda abantu base geoscience, they did a study all over the country. South Africa is rich and the kingdoms are rich, but they are being deprived deliberately that wealth so that they don't have the means to be able to do for their people. And then even before ngati, nobody gives you power. Nobody gives you power, especially emhlabeni wakho, in your own land. Why must you ask for power? You take what belongs to you. Ungabi vaga, you'd rather die, man. Suwe onarishe lapha kuthi nayi ikumkani iqhawe sokuthi sizomnikeza immortality wena angeke uzufe forever. We will be talking about you manje. If you cower now and hope to get get us riches in heaven njengabo bonke labantu, because that's what they say. Hlukana nakho konke inyama konke ubheke nje wena ukuthi mawufika ezulwini uzowamukelwa kahle. Mawuhambe la emhlabeni mhluphe uyothola more. Yingakho you would rather die fighting for your liberation. Namakhetha azothaya ulwele mfana. Manje mawuza ulenisa izandla bathi hey, angithi wosakunikeza lo msebenzi ukuthi ubhekelele nalomhlaba wenzeni. Awusakhona ukuphendula. Ubuhamba ngamajakwa la yonke le nyakanyaka la. Thina silokho silavile. To make it worse, when development comes, ufaka endlini yakho kuphela. Ufaka ugesi nje udonsela endlini yakho uthule titu. Yimi inkosi mosla imele khenzi. Hey nabantu la. So Tina siyovusa ke amandla endlovukazi uSekhmet ukuthi uSekhmet akube huye obavusayo. If uSekhmet yibo laba vela abakhetha, ngoba remember ukuthi kunale situation ngiyithi ihistory ye-contralesa. I-contralesa was formed by Onkosi Maphumulo. The main reason ye-contralesa was to then identify amakhosi afakwe amabhunu lapha, so that kusefeke, ngoba angeke sifune into engekho. Ngeke si expect something in your kingdom kukuthi vele ayikho kuwe. When you were replacing the original bloodline. So yingakho ubukhosi bethu is in a mess. And then ngeke thina silinde lawo mapolitiki obukhosi. Sivusa lo moya. If kumele ukhehla lapha kube uyo solayo, so be it. Kuvuma umoya ngithi finish. Angeke siwastele isikhathi ngamakhehla asalele who are enjoying all the softies whilst thina sihlupheka la. If umoya decides ukuba abandina, bakhetha indlovukazi. So peace anjani mona? So peace anjani? Kuthiwe hayi nangu ozonimukisa lapha ezweni lenu vele enidingayo. Asikwazi ukuphikisa ukhehla or anybody. Yingakho la GK City sonke we are important. Akekho who's lesser than the other, because I myself can never control ukuthi umoya uzosala phezu kobani. Sibona nje ngezenzo ukuthi hey now, do you understand? Sivume sonke sikhuze futhi shabayete lapho. It's not about inyama, you know, ego. Hayi why khethe umoya why khethe lo muntu manje uyambona kahle lo muntu lo. How so kusuka inkulumo manje, because abantu basenyameni they think ukuthi lo msebenzi esiwenzayo it's about ama position. You are wrong. It's not about ama position. Ukuqhuba iagenda, and thina we won't get to the finish line kepha ingane zethu. Do you understand? Asina illusion ukuthi sisebenza. Why? Because in 10 years kuzobe kunamabhiliyoni angaka. Sinandaba nalokho. If isifikile it's okay. Kepha sesenzela ukuthi laba balandelayo bangakhuli njengathi. That is why we do lo msebenzi esiwenzayo. It's not for, self-benefit, self-preservation. It's not about that. Tina sibonga umoya. Angifuna uzongilethela 200 yakho nonsense la. Uzongibrighta. Ne. If kumele ngilale ngesinkwa neacha kushaya. Ungafiki nge200 ujaye Mkhulu uye ukukhuluma kanje. Ubungayeka nje lenkulumo zakho ke. Mina nawe sozwana. Hayi. Umuntu engumhloniphayo kakhulu umvelinqanga. Nonomkhubulwane. Uma bona bajabulile ngalento engiyenzayo, doesn't matter ukuthi omunye umuntu uthini. Ukuthi ngilala ngidleli asindaba yamuntu. Ngoba kunama-cycles zami. Kuba ne-cycle vele. Uthole ukuthi hayi nokuvalekile. And the thing is open vele. Asipretend ukuthi all things are well. Kukuthi hayi kubi. Hey. And they say a rider. Say a rider. Hey, throughout the whole day I was dying. Continue. Hey, they are pumping you and okay. Wow, but okay. I'm a riches it were there. Singabantu abamnyama say rich. Natural. Huh? In the near future, umuntu wase South Africa or wase Africa. Now you rise up and take your position and lead this continent. Akekho umuntu wase Africa okumele ahlupeke. Mele mawufike Africa ufike njengalapha eSwitzerland. Izwe leyigelekeke laba fihla khona imali. iAfrica mele ibe njalo. Ngoba sinawo ama resources. And siphethe uSekhmet la. Siphethe uSekhmet. Mase ke wrong vele bathu pastors. They kama makathan tu. Sazi lo pastor wetu so tukana ngata. Last we are talking about the principle. I principle esemqoka kakhulu. Kuyo yonke lento in the scheme of things. So enye into nje engi sathanda ukuyibonga. Ngithanda ukubonga ukuthi namhlanje kufike abantu vele dala sabagcina. Bona abantu bathi manje thina silosile. Siyazi abantu bayapatsha endleleni. Asibaphelele umoya, sibambe spirit nje waya. Bazosithola endleleni. Siyabonga bonke sibonge nakulabo abasha. Siyabonga kakhulu. Ngoba nitheniswa nenza. It means unesabelo. You are not here by mistake. You are one of the warrior kings of queens that once ruled this world, not Africa. Unaso isabelo. Remember ukuthi lento is not for everybody. Yingakho ngeke uthole la ku social media ama numbers ethu athi steady. Abasumlilo waphepha uthi hayi. La saka a permanent solution. So millions of black people bayasibona bayasizwa. Kepha bathi hayi. Ihambelana nendlala. But even if I can just be seen kula bantu laba, akuphele lokho. Hey, akanikhuleke. Fika isikhathi vele ukuthi ama package aphela. Ube self sufficient. Hey, ngoba lama package azovaleka vele. Thina singabantu abamnyama, we are about to replace all white produced products. So the temporary comfort onayo, please qokelela imali so that you also build your own vision, so that you build your own product or service to come and service us. Ungadependi kwabanye abantu. That is the future we want. Hayi iqhila, but owners of the economy. Wonke umuntu abe ne RR. Ufika la South Africa wonke umuntu ne RR. How? Kunjalo because we deserve, because we own the means of production in our own communities. Asifitwa abanye abantu siyazifita. It's possible. Asakangeni kuma minerals and whatever. Asakangeni lapho. Mpupu, fish oil, sinkwa. The basic, yes, is that on a daily basis. We need to own that industry. That should be the foundation or the basis of black economy. There's no black economy in South Africa. Ugcwele nje ama-BEE, lama-fake ama-lentuzi, bayabiza SPVs, special purpose vehicles. Uqhoshwa umlungu wena. Faka i-chilies la emehlweni. Hi, I'm forming an SPV for you. And he's giving you shares that are listed in the stock market. He knows very well that you won't be able to pay the interest that will be demanded by the loan they are advancing to you. So in 35 years' time, they'll get back those shares. And the Bonagi Malech, they got it. Oh, we empowered these black people. This is what has happened. Most of the PE people, because most of them are thinking, because the interest payment is too high. You can't pay. Need reverse back to ebalungwini. Yingakho we are still at 5% at the GSE. In terms of equity holding, 5%. So figure in 7. In terms of they are becoming even more stronger economically. Whilst we are so dependent. Each GSE we have the buying power. We have the machine that keeps this economy. 3 years ago, but the collective annual spend of what they call the black diamond, so that you feel special. But when I'm a black diamond, because you are a middle class black. Now so we are kukuma. Hey, Bati Labantu Laba, the total spend Sabo that year, it was 560 something million rands. 500 and something million rands. All of us, we spend our money back to white people. 560 something million if they rotate Allah amongst us. Bezoyenza leyo mali. Ngabe kunomuntu ohlupheka iSoweto mele, we need to guarantee ukuthi there's no house that doesn't have somebody who's doing something. Each community must know each other. No, lamuzu loya unomama, umama ufuna uncedo lunji. Ubaba wakhona, this is the assistance we can give as a community so that we care for each other. Nobody will. So that is the future. Esiyakuyo. Bengisabonga nje abantu abakhona, ngibonge aviwe thokoza khehla waviwe isotsha uyazi dala sayiqala nabo le wasuka ke wayoba based ngani uzibiza upoqo lapha kuma socials umuntu vele oyisotsha yazi bakhona abantu othandabuzayo hey mana ngumtholi lo umekuphi ha meke nathi uso meke nalabantu so manje amakhehla yabona straight indaba yakhe straight kumnandi abantu mebekhuluma ngawe kanjalo kungathi mebekhuluma ngawe bathi hey simazi maybe lo muntu mase besho njalo ke it means ukuthi abana confidence in you because of izenzo zakho nakhona and your utterances. Do you understand? So ibambe njalo ke bayibambile le Eastern Cape and they are also doing farming. Wasuka la vela thola umhlaba wathi no Mkhulu mina ngiyotshala lekhaya and usayibambile ukhehla namanje. Abantu ke abagqugquzela ukuvuka kweAfrika abantu aba-heartful njengathi si-heartful vele and they have the right to be heartful ngoba yonke le mess it must come to an end, it can't go on forever. So ibambeni kanjalo wena khehla ukhona no lento uzubani konje ukhehla lo sebenza naye uthando ke yena used to assist lapha ngazi beke coordinator something lapha at Steve Biko Foundation. So amakhehla vele ayiphethe vele opoko sonke singopoko. As long as ukhatfola umlungu upoko upoko and uzwayo even during the struggle into besinokuyisho nabozini sithi siyayizwa yonke le nkulumo yamakhehla le ukuthi hey reconciliation whatever, then we say at the core all of us siyipoko ngoba asifuni yonke lento eyenzakalayo. Do you understand? It's when you are able to have a spiritual eye for you to see illusion. Abanye abantu don't have that eye. They love and embrace illusion as if it's reality. So abantu who are living in that illusionary world, thina siphila ku reality. Reality says we want our land back. And we are not going to negotiate this time. This time siyathatha. Isikhathi sokunegotiate isikhathi sabothatha bothabo-Mbeki bonke labantu labo. That was their time. Isikhathi sethu manje. We are responsible for the future. So we are not going to let ukuthi sishayeke kangaka. Sishayeke kwesithathu. Remember ukuthi sashayeka mandulo. Saphindwa 94. La sithi khona siphethe lento. Kanti hayi bathwele rona. Injalo makhehla. So manje ke yinto ke le akumelanga sivume. Induku ngathi kushaye kathathu. Ulokhu uvika. Uyofika kuze kuyebe nini? Tina, we've got to cut the generational curse futhi ye-self-preservation yinto esizoyinqoba ngayo lento. Once sabulala le self-preservation and the self-importance, I know I'm better than all of you. Ngaphandle kwenu angeke nindawo. Yinto nikeza ke abantu, yabona abantu bese bengena enyameni balapho ngokomqondo. Nanke. Hayi zobabona lapha endasibhekele lapha ku YouTube. Yebo isibhimba. Ngoba awesipenda kuwe. Ngeke ngekho hayi. Yakukhumala ke naye manje. Angizobabonisa. Ngoba provela. Kuthi ngekho abayindawo. Ngiyazala kahle. Umoya ka Sekhmet, remember Makesa, umoya ka Sekhmet is the power that energizes the etheric body. The etheric body wouldn't be animated without the power of Sekhmet, because she is that layer, the etheric body. Kuthiwa mdala kunawo wonke amadlozi. Kudalwa nje ushu umeka nje uSekhmet. Kudalwa lo umeka nje uSekhmet. Do you understand? Ngoba bonke baphuma esibelethweni sakabani sakhe, of the etheric body. Kuthiwa ke umyeni wakhe ukutha hey ukutha the fashioner. Hey ukutha is that a force eyazamazisa the primeval waters, you know, when they started shaking and the kuba ne heat eyenza ukuthi kube reach that substance carbon ukhulukhulwane abile to a point ukuthi uyaphutshuka umveli nqaba. So ukutha is that initial force. Ubophene noba Sekhmet. How much is uyazi uSekhmet ujabule kabi. Ujabule kabi uzwani ke Makhetha. Kuthiwa uma senza iceremony yakhe uSekhmet, angisho ukuthi kuzoba njalo. Kumele siphuzeni utshwala obubomvu. Hayi, why nalula manje impilo? Remember ukuthi thina sambelana notshwala. In our ceremonies sishanje umqombo. So it means ke kumele nidaye lo mqombo. Akuna spirit la isobo Glen Moranje. Kumele bayibizani pomegranate yini le fruit pomegranate. Yiyo ke mele nithole yona nidaye lo mqombo. The reason why is because the day Nina you lost the alignment. Now Puma out of balance. Umveli ncane wathi ukuthela to a point ukuthi wathumela indodakazi yakhe uHetheru Shem, umuntu womculo, uyabona uyajayivela lo muntu lo, usebumnandini bashaya ama-sistram yonke lento kuza umveli nqangiseke thukuthele ukuthi hey awubuke inzalo yakho yenzani iyangithuka because ayisekho balance nami bangihlubukile wathukuthela uHeteri wajika waba yini Sekhmet yebo waba yile spirit esifuna igazi waqala wabulala yonke into ophilayo umveli nqangi waze wezwa ubuhlungu wathi cha the only way esizoyistopa ngayo lento ngikhandeleni wayo nimnike lona acabanga ukuthi uphuza igazi waliphuza vele wadaka walala that is why sisaphila manje into ke kumele siyibukise mara sesiyisolvile because bengilong worried ukuthi the minute uthi celebration yotshwala that day I sinking so bona enye character ebantwini how lo muntu nje yangisekhulekile manje mhlabi kahle maphesa iqiniso ukuthi i-celebration siya celebrate akumelanga sibe stiff lapha ePhoenix siyo celebrate we are not mourning siphumile ngithi esikhathini of mourning le mangwaneni kubhlungu siyophaka nempi lapha emangwaneni la siya celebrate ukuthi finally is the day of hope yingakho kwathiwa nguzwe libani Yes, namhlanje kumnandi kakhulu. I'm so lovely. Ngibonge wena Khehla, ngibonge nabo bonke nandlovukazi entsha naye. Indlovukazi uye wafika manje indlovukazi.
Cha ngiyaqala.
Uyaqala namhlanje. Sanamukela nonke makhehla. Namhlanje futhi sinenhlamba. Yazi, if you believe in something, the conviction yako about what you believe, you sacrifice a lot of things. Sinendlovukazi la ukuye Australia. Uthe ngeke ngimiswe ile event. Yangi 21. uQueen Salima Ndlovukazi. uQueen Salima sihlangana naye la kuma socials. Yingakho kuthiwa izenzo zakhe tells us a lot about you. Sambona si witnessa indlovukazi elokho ilwela umuntu omnyama nezinto zabantu abamnyama. Remember ukuthi Twitter is not an easy place. Like Twitter. Futhi lento abayibiza ukuthi black Twitter. Inga. Hey, bayibiza ngizuma beyabiza. Clever plans. But manje indlovukazi huye nendlovukazi uSleep bayibambile on a daily basis defending umuntu omnyama to a point kusenabelungu abasilandelayo balokhu besithuka. And relentlessly and consistently akekho hot and cold uyibambile nje ngqo Do you understand? So, siyabonga Ndlovukazi. Siyabonga because sine voice. Indlovukazi Mkhadi yazi. Twitter is the most difficult one. It's the most difficult. Saibamba sonke Facebook. All Facebook ama number there are higher. But Twitter, hi. Balkuni labantu. Angazi kumele uye nesandwe sinjani. Yabona mawukhupha concrete endala ndoda. Ushaya ngechisel la. This is what Indlovukazi are doing. You know, nabomatiwana lapha ku Twitter. To a point ukuthi ama numbers Twitter aso. And the EGEK has become a reference point. Abantu abamnyama mebefuna ukwazi iqiniso ngento ethize. Bathi hayi buze GK. Oh bathi, I know. Check GK. You'll get all the answers. It wasn't easy. Besisebenzi to a point is in a Twitter space every Wednesday. Ngaphandle ke Indlovukazi mezifuna break. Every Wednesday we are on Twitter addressing, you know, one of the aspects that are still affecting umuntu omnyama. Thina we pro-black and asikufihli lo. Asifuna ukuba iCremora and coffee, no. Ngoba ingozi leyo nto. Faka belungu in your struggle. Senkinini. Hey, ingane zethu ngeke sizizonde abethu labantwana. Yeba kusakhuluma abazali manje. Balungisa ikhaya. Isikhathi sengane sozibona. So siyabonga Ndlovukazi. Ibambeni njalo Ndlovukazi. Indlovukazi also, you know, pushing a lot in terms of hooking us up with the rest of the continent. You know, banengi kabi abantu from the rest of the continent, Tanzania, you know, Zimbabwe, Kenya, you know, who were there, part of Amasekilzana. So all those people, abanye usenenkinga in terms of aligning them. Ukuba sontuluka. Consistent and relentless. And the unesnege for labantu. Ngoba in the first mawubona le content yase GK, automatically you build a defense hall. A wall. I mean Mkhulu ngale. Mkhulu ngazi ukuthi ngibhabhadiswa uJohn. Manje lapha sebekhuluma ngeNdlovukazi oset umnikazi wamanzi. Yini yona leyo? Yabona. So abantu akumelanga bajahe. So you know, si patient lapha kuma socials ethu. And they asatake abantu who are still in Christianity. All we do, we provide facts. This is who you are, Mtomnyama. Then umuntu makes their own choice. Ukuthi kahle kahle yini phone call, yini, you know, the real thing. Then the ukuthi uzoloku watheka abantu no mina more conscious than you, I'm better than you. Ayisebenzi. Ngoba lo muntu lo so moshi. Kanti ngabe uyeba patient naye. Kepha lokhu umtshela amafethu, selokhu akutshela ngale phone call uJesu. Uthi hayi langa. Umbuyisa hayi hydrogen. There's a hydrosphere and a photo, you know, hydrosphere and a photosphere lapha elangeni. The hydrosphere produces liyashisa. Then the photosphere is the light that you see. And that is linked to your DNA. Is bonded by hydrogen. Effect there. Akwazi ukuphikisa leyo nto leyo. So la eGK kuthiwa okhokho even the mender of the gate was as smart as the king. Do you understand? Ejike kumele sibe njalo sonke ukuthi mawuhlangane nje nowethu nje oyedwa into ayikhafulayo la are healing words for an African person. Do you understand? So injalo yingakho kumele si internalize lento. You've got to internalize the content so that you ule noma uvuka ngo4 bakuvusa bathi hey, what are the principles, huh, that govern this and that? Uyisho nje lena ngalokuthi athi ngiyacheka yingakho thina singabantu beyibeach asinplaneli the day before labantu bashasha sibeka nje topic then sidedele isambulelo sehle masikhuluma sometimes awuzizwa ukuthi uthini. Do you understand? Nawe lento oyishoya uyazi buya ngoba isuka ebujuleni kolwazi lapha elangeni ayikho indawo lento bathi akashic record lokhu unwa ikhanda yini leyo akashic record kanti kukhulunywa ngelanga because that's the source of all knowledge and intelligence. Thina manje we are being bombarded by waves of intelligence coming from the sun and the moon. And remember, na into lokuthathu lo okumele sip understand in terms of differentiation. Lento yabo Mother Earth angithi abelungu banifundise ukuthi is Mother Earth. Kahle kahle Earth is the child. Earth is the child. Mesikhuluma ngobuthathu obudala impilo is the electro, the magnetic, you know, a field of the moon, which creates mayfika la. All these fields, ziza kuphi la emhlabeni on Earth. Bese ke zingena through the north and the southern pole of our world. Bese ke yizo ke ezenza kube nempilo. Uma kuthiwa even now you have that electromagnetic field. Remember ukuthi Earth is a living organism. Why is it mhlaba? Yaphila lento. Iyabuzwa. Yaphendula futhi. Umhlaba uyaphila ngoba wena uyaphila. Wena uphiliswa umhlaba. It means wena without umhlaba unampilo because of the duality of nature. The electro and the magnetic, they meet la emhlabeni. So uthathu ke lokho okumele sip understand ukuthi yes, there was a confusion. Mesikhuluma about the sacred geometry, the emotive sequence. Sikhuluma ngalento. Yilesiqalo, the triangle, the first triangle in the world. Yingakho ke everything yehla ke in that sequence. Isayensi. Yo khokho beni. Okhokho beni we scientist. Manje uze lamafonko ngengane abo Fibonacci. Bahamba bayoclaim into yabantu abadala. Abo Amunotep. Abo Imhotep. Yibo laba. Yingakho kuthiwa there is the right angle triangle angithi. Even in that theorem angithi kuthiwa the sum of the father and the sum of the mother gives us the sum of the total, you know, which is the sun.
No, Pythagoras. Those 20.
Hey! Yo phone call leyo pasazora. Asikhuluma ngama-phone call thina. Sikhuluma ngabo Imhotep who were interpreting the first geometrical shape, which is formed by the electro and the magnetic, the moon, the magnetic, the sun, the electro, they form that duality. Ngenzalo yabo la emhlabeni. Ukuthi it is that electromagnetic field that makes everything, animate on earth. See, pillar because of that duality and the sacred geometry. Eyokala. So it's very important to understand below. And then let's sikhuluma about that electrofield. Definitely Sekhmet. The machinery of Ra. Ra in action. So sikhuluma ngepower. Yingakho ledlozi leli mele siliphashe bathi futhi lingozi. Ungalinvoke nje. Because somebody ukhulumisa image yakho kahle. So hambe ukuphela omunye umuntu. So yengimbe. You are invoking Sekhmet guy, man. That's good. Mele uye ku Sekhmet for serious matters. Yes. Ukuthi naba bazama ukungivimba endleleni yenkululeko.
Sithokoze.
Dila nabo Sekhmet.
Sithokoze.
ngiyabonga ngathi vele indlela ingavuleka. Hayi indlela nje eya eThekwini. Kepha indlela eya enkululekweni. In totality. Lothi inkululeko yamahafa. Manje ke Makhehla bengisase kuleli sasigaba lesa. Sokubonga wonke umuntu Makhehla esibambisene naye. Uphi umkhali? Umkhali omunye wabogogo la. Bafika, they never left. From the very first day she came here, Mkhali. She's never left. Nokuba namamutha akhe bathi. Yes, you can rely on her. Yes, sometimes lasibona khona ukuthi hayi. Futhi enye into, umuntu kumele nimnike into yakhe. Umkhali, when it comes to organizing ama-events, manje uyabona yiyo ke into esisho ukuthi abantu abaphile ububona. Singaphili ubufake. Hamba unikeza abantu so kanti nje. Manje siyamazi umkhadanithi. Sibone ama-results emisebenzi yakhe. And the dedication yakhe. Njengoba ngisho ukuthi sonke sinamamutha. Nayo unamamutha akhe. But Mina, I'm so proud. He's one of those people that just came here and never left. There's, I'm sure, by 20. Say one. It means kule 20 yonke uye kuphela ube nesabelo. Wayibamba umkhadi lento. You know, kunzima, remember, thina siyazi lockdown. Let's go through. Maqala lockdown, at the height of lockdown, we had 250 people there. Uyakhumbula? Kuthiwa hoy, hey! And amaboys, wendlule. Bazo ngesigubhu bale. You understand? Khona ilanga simbebeyitshela ukuthi bazosivalela vele. Beza abalandelana abadlula la. And bonke mebedlula bayenza la. And I'm giving a lecture ngiyayibona. Isigubhu sasho mo. Ngoba besingakandaba thina. You can only arrest our physicality, our spirit will always be. That you can never arrest. Manje siyabonga gogo. Yazi sometimes abantu mesingababongi into okukaze ngifundisile ukuthi sinesikhathi esifishane. You know, umuntu kumele umbonge for what they are. Especially maybe faki isandla kulento le because lento ayikho lula lento. Kuyahlushekwa la. You sacrifice a lot. You know, sacrifice a song for the benefit of the whole. So siyabonga gogo. Baningi abantu abazengala. Umkhadi introduce amakhehla abaningi banye bafike hayi bagaphi train ingena abanye ikike njalo makhehla ningamangali futhi singothola ukuthi ngalesikhathi next year half of us are gone bahlanzile train. Do you understand? Inature yalo moya esidila nawo ufuna njalo uqonde ube free flow. Buka kahle kahle we have covered or we will be covering the last cardinal point. abantu abake bayenza lento yagcina ngokhokho. Mesila Phoenix, it will be the last cardinal point before the new cycle again. Huh? So ukubekezela kwethu kuneyithelelo. So asibambeni kanjalo mkhethe. Siyazi kunzima kepha sithi i-future isharp. Idla amagwinya comfortably now. Ne acha. Ungabi namahloni nalokho. Ngoba very soon uzobudla ama prawns owahalela. Nama oyster. Ngoyitika. Akabi isikhathi salokho manje. Isikhathi salokho siyeza. And imali izoza ngobuningi. Mina ngibona ama billions and billions acontrolwa yithi. Masifuna ukwenza isikolo siyakoleka 50 million siyakha isikolo. I-future yomuntu omnyama is going to be like that. As long as ningayibamba niqine. Even if thina siyavaya ngoba siyavaya. Siyozorenew. Akumelanga mesibheke emuva. Hayi man sithi manje sishiyeni lapha. The way okhokho bethu were feeling about our parents. Mebebheke emuva. But yo ingane zethu. Yiqhela ezweni labo. Bethola leyo nto leyo. Asikho lapho kwethu. Sizwe la uNdlovukazi wenu. uNdlovukazi wenu sahlangana on the 21st of June. Was it the 21st? Sahlangana on the 21st of June. Naye ke akaze Kepha njengokwazi umkhubulwane vele. Kuneyikhathi zakhona. Lamamuzi. Bathi sibonga iconsistency yakhe naye. Buka iNdlovukazi wenu. Yazi ukhansele konke beke kwenza. Ube busy iNdlovukazi, nama business and all those things. But manje umoya maso ufiki uzoyeka yonke le softies nice yakho and go back to reality. Ngoba wena ukhethiwe ukuthi wenze a certain job ezosibeka at a certain level. So kumnandi nje mesilokho sikhuluma ngamaqhawe namaqhawekazi. La isigodlweni angisakhulumi mina ngabantu abangaphandle, abantu abala esigodlweni. Yibo ke abantu okumele siba appreciate, sibabonge all the time. It will be 2 years Ndlovukazi. Alokho ayibambile kunzima. Akunasalari, uthola salary. Ngoba it means ukuthi mesimpromise salary kumele sincharge. And that wouldn't be wise. It will be like batting spiting what? Cutting your nose to spite. Yeah?
Yes, biting the nose to spite the face.
Which is So injalo ke makela. Injalo, siyabonga sibonge nawo wonke umuntu, amakhehla ase-Davidton. Amakhehla ase-Davidton abanye abafika la zani babheke emuva. Siya-understand ukuthi singabantu siyaphila sonke sinokudlula ku-certain cycle. Kukhona icycle, mina ngiyayazi icycle yemali. Ngiyakwazi mina ukubongwa idlozi. Then uphile komunye umhlaba. Ushiswa imali. Funa uthenga all this. So idlozi kumele ibonga mina ngithi angikhulumi ngezwa bathi ngikanandaba nemali mina. As long as ngilala ngiphila ngilala ngidlile ngineshetha ngishaka ngoba ngiyazi good times are going to come again. Wonke umuntu unama-cycle. So ungathi when you are on a downward cycle then you despair. Ifana nesizini. Ubani okumele akwade ngoba kuyibindi. Ukwatela ukuthi umveli nxa ngulela. Ufuna ukumvusa wena. Ngoba ufuna zokhanyisela itsimi yakho. How selfish. When you understand ukuthi ku-cycling ye-latency, there's no nurturing energy naturally. So it means, therefore, now you're supposed to be hibernating. Kusho ukuthini lokho? Uyincintsha owuthize. Hey, especially lokhu kwangasese. Hey, sikhuluma inkulumo yabadala mina. Leyangasese melime ngempela. Kuze kuyofika. Mase sikhuluma isayensi yakhona. Sakhuluma. Lesikhuluma vele ukuthi kukhona vele amaningi abakho. Kepha if uba nediscipline inomthelela leyo. Because you use the very same energy for you to be able to ascend. When you sacrifice all, it's like you are putting set endaweni yakho. No. Wena ke so uyakhuphuka uasangithi. Uba uheru, ukhozwe maphiko olindizela phezulu. Hey, kuthiwa ukhozi. Alusabi storm. When the storm comes, uyayibona athi phezulu kwe-storm. So that's the energy you need for you to actually be able to assist the pictures that you are inputting now in your subconscious mind. For them to truly manifest, you need to make that sacrifice. But I mean, kube njalo. Mkhulu akashongo njalo. Hey. So ilapho ke makhe ama benefits ayo but okusalayo ke ile ntuza ke i-fasting izoyenza la next week makhe. So niyazi ukuthi njalo mase approacha lezokazi namakhosi, these principles, these four, because you are the guardian of the four corners of the world. Yingakho, these are four important dates in our life. Throughout the year, we acknowledge these, then we are fine. Izinto zethu ziya-align kamnandi, you know. So it's very important, you know, ukuthi sikwenze, you know, so that remember ukuthi it's been years okhokho bagcina ukwenza lento. And the more ukhuluma ngokhokho, don't be confused. Awukhulumi ngama entities angasekho. You're talking about yourself. Ukhokho ngoba umoya wakho is older than your physicality. So you must never think ukuthi ukhuluma ngokhokho ama ancestor, ukhuluma ngamanye ama entities. Yes, remember ukuthi kunama spiritual bodies, the caress. Njengoba stable ayikhona na. Yingakho sometimes wenza into wrong, especially endaweni enjena. Uyathipeka nje uwe. Uyabopheka. Uthi uyasukuma kanti no. Ufika ibhodlela la esikhwameni. Uwe. Sesibona le bhodlela. Uyayithola leyo. Because bakhona bagadile kukhona abotsotsi kuwo la military bodies. So baphila nathi so. Kwacabanga ukuthi ama-entities ale kude ne. They are all over us. And bahamba nabo bakulandela all the time. Manje, you know, I was just concluding ukubonga indlovukazi. Siyabonga indlovukazi. Ibambe njalo nawe, you know, ngaso sonke isikhathi nawo amakhehla se-Davidton. You know, nawo amakhehla umhlabeleli wethu. Siyashayana nathi jiki. Esenza umoya ukhuphuke much faster. Siyabonga ke. Siyabonga kakhulu. Siyabonga kakhulu. Wonke umuntu okhona amakhehla, you know, ukhehla ufike recently, but naye consistency yakhe. You know, unokuhlangana nabantu nje aboseka. Yazi aboseka olo. And remember ukuthi kukhonkotwa imoto ehamba. Akhonkotwa imoto emini. So ma ukulokhu ukhulunyela, it means ikhona lento yenzayo. You understand? But he's able to resist yonke le nonsense. You understand? I-negativity. Uyakhona ukuthi usefe. Ifana nani lento ukuthi umuntu abela because of somebody else. Lo muntu loyo meke ngayeka ukuza la akasezi. You understand leyo? That's a group mentality. Ukhohlwe ukuthi wonke umuntu la usebenzela idlozi lakhe. Awenzeli anybody a favor by being here. Futhi laba abala half-hearted lasibafuni. Siyesisho vele ukuthi mawo la half-hearted ungezi. Ngoba sizokufila uzosisinda. So siyabonga wena Khehla. Nokhehla naye, you know, ufikile la i-youth. Isifundise zonke le ngoma lezi abo akalelanga thokoza. Uphuma kuleyo class yama-comrades. Uphuma kuleyo class yama-comrades, so igazi lisabila. So manje ube nenhlanhla ngoba manje is able to channel and direct that energy to a positive development for umuntu omnyama. Siyabonga kakhulu. Makhona wena siyazi ukuthi isigubhu siyabhalana. Le bass oshaya i-vibratisa i-chakra lelapha phansi. Right at the beginning of the spine. Remember, that is the Schumann frequency, 7.8 hertz. Rounded base. So it's important mesenza umsebenzi womoya ukuthi kushukume yasehem hayi kundalini. It's named after Sekhmet. I'm proud to say that. Ntomkazi ngicela ukuthi ngiyabonga nami lapha emakhaya. Siyabonga engakhonanga ukuthi ngifinyelele kuyo. Ngiyacela makhehla ukuthi ngixolise kulo ndawo. Baningi abantu abafikile ukhehla, you know, mfethu ukhehla. Lesifunda naye esikolweni. Same school. Khehla. Salahlekelana. Ngaya nami kwesinye isikolo ngaye eMjokwana ngazi yena kuse Natal. Yesolundi. Sahlangana sesihlangana manje ebudaleni bethu. But manje into engichazile noThemba ukuthi ngithe ngumuzwa ngezwa ukujula kwesintu i-content anayo nje ngesintu. I was happy to hear that. Ngoba iningi labantu engikhule nabo, they are still locked in the system. Naba nibadlula everything. Nibadlula everything. Bayambona nje noma ngiyangena, ngiyaphuma, ngiyangena. One bekela manje. It is no vakasha ke okay. Manje ngithi how akekho nje nosabelo kulesithathu. Phela bayofakaza njengabantu who were witnessing into eqale phambi kwabo. They are writing themselves off in history. Do you understand? So, yingakho sithi la eGK, we don't convert people. We don't convert. We are not in the business of converting people. Because when you convert people, kumele uloko uba consistent uloko uncengana nomuntu. Hayibo! Not in a secular. Mawungayizwa nje isentence yokuqala engiyishoyo. Ngesizandla. Siyadlula lapha. Do you understand? Ngoba umoya uthi lento izolidwa abanikazi bayo. It's not everybody. Yidlanzana labantu that are going to transform this continent. It's not the millions, the 87% that are still Christians all over the continent. So, asinaso leso stress. Sinabantu amasoja already all over the country. Abanikazi bayo into. Hayi umuntu ozolokhu umgqugquzela. Hayi, woza onesandi. How? Why mele nginoku ngikufonela? Angikubonanga last week wabokuphi. Uzila uzana ndaba mina. Ngoba ngiyazi ukuthi mina ngikhuthele ukusebenzela ithongo lami. Ngikhuthele ukusebenzela ithongo lami. Ngikhathele ukuthi ungangibiza ngo3 ngo4 ukuthiwa na umsebenzi womoya, na umsebenzi wamadlozi. Ngilapho. Ngoba ngiphilela leyo nto leyo. So siyabonga ke makhehla ngibonge nakubo labo basemakhaya. Ukuthi yazi abantu kunabantu aba-patient enough aba-streamer till the end. Any commitment leyo. Any commitment, it means ukuthi yibo-ke labantu laba who are supposed to liberate Africa. Okokuqala le content yethu is very difficult. Iyakhathaza. Mawuyizwa for the first time. Iyaqonga. Yenza nje indaba machildren. Hayi ngiyangizwe. Hayi. Indaba machildren. Angekho ngitshela ukuthi khona umuntu okwayifunda nje first time was on the energy high. Yaqoba le ngothi. Yangiqoba ngayiyeka. Ngithe ngifuna ukuthi nawe. Bese ngilandela umoya. Oh. Thatha ke manje. Ngithathe vele. And it then became a reference point yami. Ngaze ngayiqeda kanjalo otherwise akuthi ne. And lapha kundaba my children, there are so many truths. Ubabu Credo outlines how our kingdoms fell and who broke our kingdoms. Ubukhosi bethu bubulewe deliberately. Midlwembe yamakhosi. Who decided to be on the side of white people. When white people came here, abanye abamakhosi were too afraid ukuphaka impi njengathi manje igazi liyashisa sifuna impi yaqawetha amakhosi anaso leso sibindi sokuphaka yingakho they are prolonging ipoverty yethu lokugwala babo thina sifuna impi manje makumele sife why must I prolong poverty that will be transferred to my child? It's unfair for those children, and all you have to do is to stand up and demand justice for yourself. Umlungu akazanga nomhlaba la, umlungu akazanga namanzi, umlungu akazanga nafokola, so umlungu is not entitled to anything here. Siyabonga makhehla kepha ukudla sekulungile. Sibonge lapho kakhulu nina emakhaya. Sibonge nalo ithimba laseThekwini. Hayi nibambe kahle makhehla. Basipromise umgangatho. Mase sitolika nesiXhosa. Bafuna uku-upper the level. Asazi ukuthi sokhona ukumaintaina kepha kumele sikumaintaine lokho. Singalokho sihleli lapha sithi into egazati. Yazi into egazati. Makumele yenzakale kumele nikoleka ama-50 rand nonke. Hayi kumele sidlule kuleyo phase. Hayi nawo. You understand? Ngiyabonga indlebe makhehla ngiyabonga ngibonga nomoya wenu.
Performance sala kona performance. Maskandi edebe maskandi.
Asikathola manje. Ubaba umazisi kuye. Elimita umazisi.
Mazizi kunene ya.
Kuzoba ne-entertainment. Angithi so celebrate. Kepha ngomqombothi odayiwe. Remember Sekhmet. Ama-raise kababu wakhe afinyelela nasendaweni. Umoya wendo ukuthi hayi ufikile lapha nje ufihle ejim. So umqombothi uzoba mnengi sokudala. Ukazi will make sure ukuthi that happens. Sizalwa khona thina. Sizalwa khona thina.
Grateful because we did something right to meet Mkhulu Nsingiza. In these frequencies that are forever vibrating, whether they're negative or positive, but we managed to come this good way and truly be embraced by presence and the teachings of Mkhulu Nsingiza. With that, Mkhulu, we are always grateful, and we know that sometimes gets moody. Hand of God. You know, everything that you go through, there is a principle which is anpu. You need to digest and transmute whatever the teachings that you go through. Sometimes, Mkhulu, to answer you, we don't go through the breaks because of our personal struggle. Ngumoya uyahlela. La kuwe ukuthi what is it that you are committing yourself into? Committed those things, it's not a child's play. It is something that truly needs all of you. I say all of you, you cannot come and pretend umoya. Because umoya ula kuwe. So Mkhulu siyaxolisa ke singaxolisa. Sibona umkhulu. This is what he gives us every day. Every single day he gives us courage to fight the inner wars that we forever have. That's the name but Mkhulu Nsingiza is one person that always gives us that courage to be confident, to know that we are what we're meant to be. As he says, Mkhulu Uti, nobody will give you power. Let us stop seeking and finding places that we don't know. As this is God's way, where we're going to be able to invoke and evoke the spirit of our ancestors. Yeah. It is not anywhere else, it is within us. So that is why we commit to that. So Mkhulu Uti, we are responsible for the future. We are so responsible for the future. Today I went past to see a friend. I was so touched. Today, emotionally, I'm not okay. When I went to see this friend, there was a child that was standing outside. He got so excited to see me wearing the ankh. Once he's standing outside, he is a beggar. He looked at me and said, Sisi, from the window. And he said, you know what? He got so excited. What it protects you. And then he even went higher. What even the stone that you are wearing, it protects you. I looked at him with so much surprise, and I opened the window. Oh, what is this? And from there, I didn't even ask questions. Started telling me how he uses drugs. And the reason he's on the streets is because of the usage and the abuse of drugs. As in took me a while to drive away from him because I realized that this is my child. As in this is Zele, and our children are the beggars on the streets. And what are we doing about that? When I looked at him, he had ankhs on his earrings everywhere. He was just an ankh. And I asked myself, is this real or I'm in a dream? And he said to me, Sisi, come next week and go Tateleza. So by coming to Scotland, it's not our outer purpose, as I was saying earlier on, it's the inner drive. It's the inner purpose. And as I was driving here, I was just crying. All I was asking for was the courage to say the truth. As Mkhulu says, we mustn't bow down to an illusion. Because it is an illusion that brought us here into this pain and hunger. Because we were taught not to talk to who we are, but to praise things that never existed. And underline, I'm saying things that never existed. So they are suffering, they are struggling because they are so scared to open ourselves or themselves and see the beauty that they are. And we have failed to banelisa the right way through the African calendar. Because for you to be here and to be gifted and to have the body that you have, it means you have a gift. There is a gift, Unjabulo, and he gave it to me this morning. And I was like, oh, I just wanted to take him everywhere that I go. Just to tell him, Ugut, I love you. We meet Gamadlozi in different places like that. Unjabulo represents Gamadlozi, Etu Sonke. I needed that message for myself. And so with all of that, what I'm trying to say, we are truly responsible for the future. The work what we do here, and as Mkhulu said, this message is your defense mechanism. And the reason there is a defense mechanism, it is because we are not willing to open ourselves and see who we are. We are the diamonds and the gold. We are the Rolls Royce. All is within you. All we need is just to take it out and drive them. So masingaphela umoya, and truly looking forward to get to the 21st, 20th, to the 21, which is a we have a responsibility for those that have walked before us. As Mkhulu was saying last week, there is an energy there. Your whole life is still in your bones. So when we do this, so let's be very, I know now we are eating. We are supposed to have meditation, but back to the kitchen, can we eat first because of his card? The food was ready. So between now is our meditator, as we normally do. Kesha ke ophume Eastern Cape, weska Daleka, weska Yisa, weska Mthikaka, weska Talibunga. Guys, kwethu ke uthi umfulu uzacela ukukhafule ukuthi noko ungaqanda amathafa. Andikho shoke ngawe Ndlovukazi ephuma eAustralia. Uthi umkhulu aninakwazi ukuqanda amathafa nibuye ningakhafuli.
Thokoze nje.
So if ke mzukulwana kathiwo, if we're ready ungeza while we are still eating ube ukhafula, so that when we finish the food ke ngoku sibe sesingena kwi meditation. So ke mzukulwana ke siniyela kuwe the platform. What is else I wanted to say? Uzokhafula Ndlovukazi. Voice ayikho. All right Ndlovukazi, I guess siyabulela your presence. Ayikho. Kuwe mkhulu ke. Kuwe mkhulu.
Ekamakushisa umanyanga sekhaya umanyanga emnyama isihlwele zamakhaya wonke asilungileyo ekamakushisa kwalamandla umthenge ozulu odolo odlamini amaziko asilungileyo ohabe onela isihlole siyambonama esisebaleni esikhanyiselayo nazo zonke isihlwele zamakhaya sonke njengoba silapha sithi ngokuthetha ubumnyama nami ndivuya kakhulu ukuba lapha namhlanje kusekhaya phakumo. Ngifike ngolwesihlanu kwenkala kodwa nje kodwa zophindele kwelacala kodwa uyayazi umkhulu lonke ixesha xa ndize apha eGoli ngisho ukuba ndiyeza ndizofika apha because before 2015 bendingumuntu ebekhaba balapha kwelicala, so besebenzisana kakhulu nomkhulu si-establisha lendlu lena sikuyo yakwantu, indlu yemveli, indlu yabantu abadala base-Afrika. Not even Africa, because the indaba ye-Afrika vele ibe ngathi sithethe ngekhontinent. Kanti njengoba bebesitsho umkhulu into ekubeni ukuthi siyinto emnyama sine-global presence. And before even ezinye inhlanga zi-existe, bese-exista kuzo zonke indawo, kuzo zonke lonke ihlabathi. As a black nation, sa build a black civilization abakuyo yonke indawo kwihlabathi. Umnikama lami ngu-Aviwe wabaTumkhe. Okuzalwa nzalelwe eMthatha, umhlaba wabaThembu. Phansi kwekumkani ubuyele ekhaya kaDalindyebo. Azwelibanzi. So eyona nto endinoyitsho kuni bonyana nentombi zesizwe simnyama kusekubeni ukuthi sinoxanduva yokwakha umoya wethu, umoya wabantu abadala phambi sayazi into ekubeni ukuthi seyasacolonizwa size-African. Space sethu sa-invadwa kwafakwa izinto ezingenanto yokwenza nathi kuthi. Sathathwa sasiwa kwisikolo se-missionaries, sathathwa sasiwa kwikawe ye-missionaries zase-Europe. Ngapho bayobulala umoya wokhokho apha kumaphakathi. Bazokhupha ingqondo yethu yemveli bafake yabo abazoyifaka through i-software ezongena so ngokwenza le qubo yenziwayo apha abantu abakhulu baseKhemu bayavuya kakhulu, abantu abadala bayavuya kakhulu ngoba babona impilo, babona i-continuity yobomi from ixesha labo and bayabona into ekubeni ukuthi kukhona abantu abathanda umoya wabo, ababathandayo, ababaxabisileyo rather than ukuthi sixabise izinto zangaphandle. So kuhle xa sihlangene ngohlobo sizovuselelana, sikhumbuzaneni ukuthi singobani, sikhumbuzaneni futhi nexesha esikulo. Because enye yezinto endeni sifumanisa into ekubeni ukuthi ziyasichaphazela kakhulu ukuthi noba siyazama ukwenza izinto zokuba zisephambili, but sometimes siba ne-commitment senze into e-right but ngexesha senze ngexesha eli-wrong, siyenze ngamanye amaxesha singazi nexesha esikulo. Hence ibalulekile indaba ye-African calendar to align ourselves with ilanga nenyanga yase-Afrika, nezityalo zase-Afrika, ne-season zase-Afrika, so that sizokwazi into ekubeni ukuthi yonke into siyenzayo senze siyi-in-tune ne-nature. Because to be spiritual akukuhamba cawe, uhamba uthandaza, uhamba ungcola malunga nento ukuthi wena ukholiwe more than abanye abantu, but to be spiritual is to be in tune with nature. So your African calendar is just aligned with impilo yethu, with source yethu, so that sibe ngabantu abazoba spiritual beings, not these religious fanatics ezikhona around abaparade as if ngabantu representa i-virtues ekumele ukuthi zi-emulate sisithi. So nami ngiyakubulela kakhulu ithuba loba ndibe nani namhlanje. Yazi nami xa ndihamba apha ndihamba nomoya wenu nonke ophila nawe. Afrika kuthiwa umuntu ngumuntu ngabantu, and futhi njengoba ecacisa umkhulu ukuthi asingabantu benyama, singabantu bomoya, because they existed before inyama and sizoexista even noba selinyama. So kubalulekile kona into ekubeni ukuthi sibe ngabantu abazoba aligned with i-nature yethu, imveli yase-Afrika, so that sibe ngabantu bemveli, not abantu besikolo. You know, because lena into is very important indaba yokuba sibe ngabantu bendalo, abantu bemveli. Ngoba kuyethiwe kuthiwa even inkqubo yakwantu kuthiwa inkqubo yemveli, hamba nendalo phakathi. Akwazi ukwenza izinto ungumuntu wakwantu ungahambi nendalo. Hence benisithi into ekubeni ukuthi kubalulekile ukuthi sazi nexesha esikulo ne-hour esikulo. Into endifuna uyitsho nje kusifuni ma-Afrika mahle kusekubeni ukuthi sisemfazweni. Loo nto leyo kumele ingene kuthi engqondweni, so that noba senza ntoni, noba si-organize iprogram ezifana nezi, noba senza ntoni, sizenze izinto within i-context yoku-understand uba sikuwo, so that yonke into esiyenzayo ibe yi-instrument yokudestroya i-enemies. Esikolweni ufunde usazi ukuthi une-enemies ekumele ukuthi usebenzise that knowledge ukuthi uwezi-destroy. Noba uyalima abakuni banokudla even abantu abafuna ukuqhubeleka besilwa kukhona ukudla kukhona because akwazi ukulwa ungenakudla. Kodwa ukuthi is very important ukuthi yonke into esiyenzayo masiyenzeni sine understanding ukuthi sikiwo so that yonke into esiyenzayo ibe instrument yoku-start i-liberation. Kulela kakhulu.
And what I loved is it's the heart that is speaking. More than as you were saying, but no candle. And as he says, it's the same person. And this is we're very aware of that. It's the same person. This is the war of spirituality. Moya would make Sabulela. One better Zulbad. It is Mkhulu's season betunana, so Masim understanding. He is vibrating at a very high frequency. Our queen from Australia, it's her voice, but guess you're bullet and Mkhulu. I hear I won't go there. Because I think it could be the moment we're still eating. Yeah, and then we come closer a bit and we meditate. We cannot come to Godwin and we don't open certain doors while we're still packing away and preparing our bodies. All right, Ndobukazi, over to you.
I just want to make an announcement for abantu about the calendar. Explain because some people don't understand. There is a physical calendar. But a calendar full moon, half moon, kanjalo, which is the one that's downloadable. Is a hard copy. So when you order it, we still have to courier it. So now we order level 250 to squad book to mail. Mas it is 20 packs number. Tell a pep store every an hour and it starts with a P. So it.
All right. So 7 of us with Nana. Thank you so much. And on that note, on Saturday, Sia is a mama. On Saturday, finally, figure every Vilagazi street. I think when you are navigating, it's called Noah's Ark from navigation. We have to be there. Umama uchila amake, family yake, and one of them ndana wake between mntokozo, umama no tata no bhuti wake. So it's 4 people. Umsebenzi wethu esizowenza esisikho. So we do need to get the dembes and the one they have to be there. But mama get amazwi akho.
Sekhmet. Njoba uDoktazi seshilo benimema ukuthi libe khona izohlanganela nathi umsebenzi losiwenzayo. Engikujabulayo ukuthi uma nikhona nomndeni wami uzokwazi ukubona ukuthi kungani uma bengibiza ngamasonto ukuthi ngakwazi ukuza esikoleni. Bazobona isikole lesendawo ukuthi senza. Ngiyacabanga ukuthi Mkhulu isifundo azosisho lolo la. Abaningi bazosho. Ngiyafisa futhi ukuthi bezwe babone ukuthi isikole yini lenzakalani umoya usebenza kanjani. Ngoba konke lokho esiyokwenza izinto zamoya zona. Kumele sikwenze ngendlela efanele.
Siyabonga Ndlovukazi. Mncane. Just ukugcwalisela iNdlovukazi. Sicela nje wonke umuntu please asisupportaneni. Futhi le it's an obligation, it's not a choice. Ngoba umsebenzi uphethwe iGEK. So akumelanga si appear lapha 2-3 abantu beGEK. Then bambuza ukuthi kanti labantu ohamba nabo baphi. Umsebenzi ophethwe iGEK. Remember ukuthi nani kumele nifunde futhi ukuthi sizenza kanjani lezinto. Ngisho nakho ungabe umuntu waseGEK asifune umfundisi.
Asithokoze.
Bishop Sibanibana akabambe mshange kwefu. Manje siyacela makhe. It's not an option. Kumele si support iGEK. On that day, on a Saturday, siyalapha kumama sifike ekseni. You know, ntambama nje ngabo 2-3 sesiqedile. Sibuyele emakhaya siyo relaxa then silungiselele kusasa. But into kumele siyijwaye, we have to get used to. Ngoba yithi who are supposed to officiate imingcwabo yethu. Angithi nithi anifuni abafundisi. Manje nizongibasha kanjani? Mohamba ke namhlanje ushiye incwadi ithini la. So that abantu bangalokhu balwela isidumbu sakho. Mele abantu bakwazi ukuthi uhamba ngalendlela. So kumele niyibone in action so that even in future nane emakhaya makuvulwa amatshe enziwa ngokwesikhemu. Hayi lento ukuthi manje siyobiza imimoya engekho. Usemathuneni lapha. Kunala madlozi vela afuna imizimba. Seyewegijimela la kithi. Ubuye umuntu lapha uqobekile lapha emathuneni. Ilezi zinto ukuthi umuntu uyalwa lona izomkhapha. Manje lo khetha lo uphethe lo msebenzi ubani? Ngoba mina ngimazi lo muntu. Usithole ende mina ngumkwena. Mele ngikhishwe ngesikwena. Hayi indlela yabantu bekhololo la. Athi yana amaphikoko ngithi. Barezembulesha amaphikoko. So ngiyacela makhehla mina kahle ngiyacela ukuthi asipheleleni la. So that kuba indlela esifundisa nathi abantu ngayo. Ukuthi umgidi mawuphethwe yilabantu la. Yonke into ihamba ngendlela. Lokhu umnandi esibuzwa la. Bayabudinga abantu. Bona labantu laba bangakayiqondi indlela. I-presence yenu would make them understand. Ukuthi it's not only umama, kepha it's a whole community. Thokozani.
Sibonge ke Mkhulu. Isikhathi bethena sofika ngishilo ni ngo7. Kufanele sifike ngo7. Evilakazi nema. Yes, sifike.
Nikeza ama details. Sizowapost
Akhona on socials.
Apha mama nganikeza.
7261 ezenze ngiyayazi mama 7 sengiphuma lapha evilakazi manje 7261
Snake Park.
Yeah, 7261 Vilakazi Street.
And Noah's Ark.
Noah's Ark. Yeah, my GPS is Noah's Ark. Yes. Snake Park is new again. Snake Park. I guess Bonnie. I think to our viewers between them say value because we're still going to meditate. In meditation, it's a treat when you come as God when physically. We love you so much. Forever teaching us on the socials. I think she watches a lot on YouTube. if you go to our feed, you will see that she always add Siyabonga Ndlovukazi Zinzi Dedetyana and others that always comment. Siyanithanda kakhulu, and today we love you. We'll see you. Are we live on Saturday? I'm not sure. We'll see you on Saturday or Sunday. We love you, our viewers, so much. Ungabakhipha manje senze izinto zethu la esigodlweni. All right, guys, let's come closer now. Intimacy.
Intimacy.
Intimacy now. Ngicela someone asibele angasemuva benze or they keep it quiet. Just about izithando ukuthi siyameditate
Keep it at the just one bit outside the
they zip it. Siyos meditate ngoku. Yeah, it's hard.
just like that.
Okay, let's refresh it. Let's refresh these chakras. Today.
Sorry, we have to leave. Oh, this is keep it up and it says
Marui Balim. Oh, don't cancel. Oh, you want yes. Or
okay, right? That's okay. Oh, position. Okay, so 20 minutes before okay. Are you sure that?